Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are live for the Midday Live. I think Lee Gunner still can't hear us. It's because you're outside, man. You're chilling. You know what I mean?
What is going
you're
on here?
relaxing, mate. Can you hear us?
Can't hear you, mate.
Oh, you can't hear us. You
I'll
can't
come
hear
out
us.
again. This is long.
No
What's
worries,
going on
no
here?
worries. No worries. All right, big up to everyone. Before we start, man, I hope everybody's having a good Christmas. I know it's just started for those of you in the UK. For those that are in America, it's early, like Goonie, 7:30 in the morning for Goonie. But yeah, man, hope everybody's having a good Christmas with their families and loved ones. And hope you lot are not getting Links Africans. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you're getting more than just Links Africans. But listen, we got Goonie in the building. Goonie, what are you saying, bro? It's been a while, but you're here, bro. What are you telling me, man?
I'm back. Merry Christmas to everybody. Like Saeed said, 7:30 in the morning over here on the East Coast, so it's an early one still. But as usual, man, Chelsea just seem to just ruin holidays, man. They just ruin everything. You get me? But here we are, man. I ain't gonna go. Don't worry, people. I ain't gonna go too crazy. It's Christmas. I'm gonna respect the holidays. It's gonna be a happy vibe, as happy as I can try and make it for us Chelsea fans.
Yeah, definitely, man. We got Roms in the red robe. You know, man's chilling, all snuggle and that. What do you say, Roms?
No, it's actually a Christmas present. Big up the mum, new Liverpool gown. But I'm in a I'm in a food coma right now. I've had a lot to eat, so it's not even hit 1 o'clock yet. But Merry Christmas to everyone on the panel, those who celebrate. Merry Christmas to everyone in the chat, and yeah, just ready to speak some football. There's never not a day where you can't speak about football, man. So yeah, let's go.
Yeah, man, definitely. Sava's back from his holidays and shenanigans. Sava, hope you're having a good Christmas so far. How are you doing, mate?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just a flying visit from me. I've got presents to drop off and family to go and see. So I just thought I'd come in and say hello. And I think more so that we can all laugh at Goonie. But other than that, happy Christmas to absolutely everyone.
Yeah, man. Big up, man. And we've got LB in the building. LB, what are you saying, man?
Yes, lads. Big up the panel, man. Hope you all have a good day in the chat. Yo, big up to the chat. Make sure you're smashing the likes, man. We out here on Christmas Day streaming for free. So come on, hit the likes. Make sure you sub. Yeah, but listen, I'm having a good day so far. I ain't got the Links Africa, which is it's I don't know, a bit disappointed about that. But yeah, man, I'm like Rom said, always speak about football, isn't it? So yeah, big up the chat, man.
Yeah. Absolutely. Listen, Lee Gunner's going to come, man. He's just sorting out his sound issues. He couldn't quite hear us, so Lee Gunner will be here for those that are wondering where he is in. But listen, I think we're going to have to start with Chelsea areas. Let me see if can you hear us now, Lee?
I rebooted my Mac. Big up, lads. Come on. Merry Crimbo.
Big up, man. Big up, Lee, man. And you know what's mad, yeah? He at least gets to live it out in Spain in the nice, warm weather, man.
Mate, literally shorts and t-shirt weather today, mate. It is roasting.
He's in the mud, man.
Big up, man. Still in the mud. Exactly, man. But listen, Goonie, we got to start off with Chelsea. Obviously, United are going to come after you, man. So don't worry, man. You know what I mean? But Chelsea, what is going on, man? Pochettino's come in. He's failing to get tune out his players. The players, what you signed, I'm looking at Jackson. I'm looking at even Raheem Sterling. Absolute shocking yesterday. But how you feeling, man? Like, is it now like firmly Poch out? He's got to go. That's it now. Done. Like, where you at? Where you at, bro?
It's not Poch out. It's everybody out. Everybody out. Everybody needs to go. The vibe, the energy is still the same. Everybody needs to go. The squad is not good enough. Pochettino is not good enough. Everything needs to go. Like a quick fire sale. Get out of Chelsea Football Club now. Yeah, nothing's good enough at the club. And you know what's mad? I went on Dan Potts' show earlier in the week and I predicted 2-1. I said Wolves will win 2-1. I've got no faith in this Chelsea team whatsoever. And to those fans that say, Goonie, you're negative and this and that and the other, well, haven't I got my right to be negative? Every time I make a prediction like this, I get it right. I know we're not going to win games because we are a shocking outfit at the minute. I can't lie. That performance against Wolves, the first half, everyone will say, well, you created chances, you played them off the park. I don't care about that. I do not care about that. Do you know what I care about? The ball hit in the back of the net several times. 90 minutes have gone, 3 points on the board. That's what I care about. I do not care if you make 100 chances and you don't score one of them. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Goals win your games, bruv. Yeah, and on top of that, defense win you titles. And our defense now are looking like they're taking a similar trend to what our attack is. So what do we have going well for us right now? Yeah, people say, oh, Nkunku scored a goal. Listen, man, fair play to him, but I couldn't care less. I honestly couldn't care less. This is where I'm at the minute. I said, come Christmas, where are we going to be in the table? We're going to be in the bottom half of the table. That's what I said. But we're 10th. We're hovering. We're right about there. And it's not looking good. The good thing is that January is a few days away. So let's see what happens during the transfer window. Even then, with these clowns that are overseeing the transfers at Chelsea Football Club, I don't even know if I should be getting excited. I don't even know if they're going to be making the right recruitments. Because once again, what am I seeing? Everything under 21 under the sun we're being linked to, except Victor Osimhen. He's the only player that is 24 years old and that we're looking to sign. But are we going to get him in January? Highly doubt it. I highly, highly doubt it. I think that's going to be a move that's going to be set up for the summer. However, listen, we're just being linked with kids again. We've been linked with kids again, bruv. So what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say? Oh, things are going to get better. Yeah, wait till the January transfer window. We're going to sign some recruitments and we're going to go far up the table. No, it's not going to happen, people. Sorry. Merry Christmas.
Sava, I'll come to you next because I know you got to shoot soon. What do you think's the problem? You know what I mean? Is it the manager? Is it the players? Is it a culmination of everything like he said there? But there's enough talent there to win games, man. There shouldn't be 10th. There's enough talent not to be 10th, though, surely.
Do you know what? Listen, I tried for as long as possible to be kind of devil's advocate, give Chelsea benefit of the doubt and say that things take time. And I still believe things do take time. But for them to be where they are, I didn't even think it'd be this bad. I thought by now they'd be maybe 6th, 7th. Do you know what I mean? Maybe not the Champions League, but definitely in contention for Europa League places. And I don't know, man. I mean, look, I'm at a complete loss with Chelsea from a football fan point of view because look, Poch for me hasn't done what he should have done, and I'm not going to sit here and defend him just because he's ex-Spurs. He's not done well. But what's the answer? What do Chelsea do? Like, do you sack Poch and then the next manager comes in and in 18 games we're talking about the next manager needs to go? For me, I think this window, they've got to buy 2 or 3 experienced heads to go with those kids. They've got to buy 2 or 3 experienced heads. Definitely someone in the midfield that's been there, seen it and done it. Dare I say it, a Kovacic type? Not Kovacic, but you know what I mean? Like what they've let go.
They sold him.
But you know what I mean? I think they need a midfield of experience. I don't think this is a wild take when I speak for everyone and say Chelsea need a centre forward. Chelsea yesterday, I mean, I know obviously Goonie doesn't want to hear this. No Chelsea fans wants to hear this. I'm watching that first half thinking they should be 3 or 4-0 up here. Like, how are you not winning this game? And I guess if you're Pochettino, you're sitting there thinking, well, hang on, I've put you in the right positions to do it. But he picks the players. Brozier playing. I mean, that guy's not good enough for a Chelsea. We know that. Sterling looks like he's turned into Nicholas Jackson in the last month. Poor decision making. Listen, I've got poor. It's poor right across the board. And I guess that he's got 4 or 5 games to fix himself up. I don't know, 4 or 5 games, and if not, Chelsea, I think, will be looking for their next. Well, mate, I'm looking at it, and when you look at the Premier League table right now, right, it's not just that Chelsea are in 10th; it's that they are 3 points above 14th, right? Mm-hmm. They are only 7 points above Nottingham Forest, by the way, who just sacked their manager. Like it's not good, and I believe they've got Luton coming up and someone else that Chelsea have got coming up. Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace at home, Luton away. I think for me, Poch has got to grab 6 points there. He's got to, or I think he could be looking for a new job in January.
You know, it's for me, I'm with Goonie, I predicted a Wolves 2-1. And it wasn't
Same.
even like it wasn't even
Same.
bants. It's like you look at it and you're saying Wolves will probably beat Chelsea because you look at Chelsea and you just think, what Chelsea, man? Yeah, I don't get what they are. This has proved, yeah, that this strategy and this process that they've gone down, it has failed. It has failed dramatically, yeah, and they've wasted £1 billion on it. It is the biggest waste of money that's ever been seen in the game, ever. Bro, and this
LB, do you not think though? Hang on, sorry, just quickly. Do you not think though that some of those players, as you get further down the road, if you've got a new manager and they're bringing a couple of better players to play with them, not all of that £1 billion is going to be wasted, right? There are going to be players there that do. Look at Goonie's face.
There's no guarantee.
Goonie, I'm trying to help, man. I'm trying to send some positive vibes.
But this is the thing. This is the thing, Savage. People say that, but there's absolutely no guarantee at all that that will happen.
Yeah.
And you're looking at it this season, yeah, and it is just absolutely shocking. And yes, okay, the players are letting him down, not putting the ball in the back of the net. That from Sterling yesterday. I mean, oh my God, I'm so glad I don't have him at my club anymore because that is so stressful. He can bring other stuff, but that is so stressful. He misses stupid stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's on a manager. It's always on a manager. That's how it's always worked in football. You know what I mean? Like what you're saying, that they're currently 10th. Yeah, what are they 3 points above Brentford in 14th? Like, you can't just put it all on the players. That ultimately comes down to these managers. I've said time and time again on Midday Live, what has this manager ever actually done in the game to give anyone confidence?
May I also add that Everton is 6 points behind us after they've had the 10-point deduction.
And they could be ahead of you. Like I said to you, they could be ahead of you. It's mad.
It's a madness, man.
They didn't have that.
Yeah.
But you know what's mad, yeah? It's the thing is though, right? The owner and the people in charge, yeah, they've got a different idea of what they're doing. And Chelsea have been used to winning short term. They used to bring in people that were 28, 29, do a job for a couple of years, but win. Now you're changing the perspective of Chelsea fans. And it's like, you can't just sit there and be like, yeah, man, I don't mind a youth project now. Like, come on, man. You had winners in your team. You know what I'm saying? Like, there and then you won stuff. All of a sudden, you've changed your mindset to our youth project in 10 years, where you don't know what's going to happen in 5-10 years. You've had before, is it Piazon? You've had so many youngsters in the past that have failed at Chelsea. Josh McCracken. You've had so many players I can remember in that Chelsea team that thought, oh yeah, he's going to be the one next up. He's going to be the one. And it's never happened. So Chelsea have always been about, now let's win and we go again. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know the worrying thing, if I was a Chelsea fan as well, like, who's to say this regime's not going to carry on getting it wrong, carry on identifying the wrong players, carry on bringing in the wrong type of players? That is the most worrying thing, because evidence suggests that they've not done much right. Like I think me and Goonie were speaking on Dan Potts' channel. The only players I can really say that there's some light at the end of the tunnel is Badiashile, Gustu, Cole Palmer, Nkunku, good goal at the weekend as well. The only beacon of light, you would say. But other than them four, maybe I'm missing a few as well. That's just a pool of players that look like they can be a success or have done something at this point. But the rest of them, it's worrying. It's actually worrying. And I don't know if you lot have seen, right? I can't remember where exactly it was from. But again, you can't take it gospel from Frank Lampard's mouth. You know what he's done as a manager. But did you not see that? I think Harry Redknapp was interviewed. I can't remember by who. And he was like, you know what? I'll speak to Lampard about how his time at Chelsea went. He said, you know what? There's a player that interested me, right? In a bad way. Mudryk. He's got all the attributes to be a good player, but apparently he didn't grasp the basics of football. I'm thinking, how can you sign a player? And the thing's evident on the pitch. You watch Mudryk and you're like, you actually don't understand the game. You've got bags of ability, bags of potential, but you don't grasp the basics of the game. And you know what? When Harry Redknapp said Lampard said that, I was like, you know what? That's probably the only smart thing you said about your time at Chelsea, because we're actually seeing it. But it's crazy. I'd be so worried if I was a Chelsea fan right now. So worried.
But obviously, Lee gotta warn people, man, about Mudryk. You know what I mean? He was like, "Yo, listen, that guy ain't all that, man." You know what I mean? So he told people, man.
Let's deep this, yeah.
Lee, just before you do, I've got to shoot. Much love to everyone. Big up to your channel. Merry Christmas, everyone. And Spurs are winning. No, I can't say it. See you later, guys.
We nearly had him.
See you later, guys. See you.
Big up, Sava. Have a good one, man.
Yeah, let's just be real with this. Nobody watches Ukrainian league football. right? But the way football fans online go on, it's like they've watched every player since embryo phase. Like what's going on here? They know about every single footballer on the planet. It's like, mate, how have these people ain't got jobs on Sky Sports Soccer Saturday with all the cameras and the TV screens watching every game? It's baffling, really, because you'd think they'd all have jobs at Sky Sports right now. But let's be honest, the only reason that geezer was hyped up is because Arsenal fans had their pants around their ankles for him. Yeah, because they fancy him. Simple as that. He's got the Nick Carter haircut. Yeah, he's got a love heart tattoo on his ankle. He's got a butterfly one on his neck. He's got a love heart tattoo on his actual chest where the heart is. And they got all a bit zesty for him. Let's just be real with it. Yeah, and off of the back of that, Chelsea fans then thought, well, what we'll do is we'll banter Arsenal because now we're going to get him. Yeah, when, again, no Chelsea fan ever watches Ukrainian League football. And they can waffle all they like. The fact and reality is, yeah, you ain't watching Shakhtar in the Champions League unless they're playing against someone that's half sensible. Yeah, so you're basing your thoughts on Mudryk off of what a highlight reel that some top Chelsea fans put out or top Gooners put out. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is where we're at with football, unfortunately. Yeah, and then Chelsea, because they've got Bowley there, they then went off of Twitter. Yeah, he's jumping in spaces. They're going, oh, right, well, we'll get Bowley. They even tweeted out. I am not even lying. Yeah, they even tweeted out, and the tweet is still there to this day. And I know this because I heard Eunice say it yesterday on the Big Six. Yeah, this tweet is still there. Like for Mudryk, retweet for Trossard. Chelsea tweeted that. Yeah.
What, their
Chelsea
official account?
On their official Twitter account. They tweeted that. Like for Mudryk, retweet for Trossard. Yeah, and everyone went for Mudryk. Yeah, like this is where we're at with that football club. They're an absolute disgrace, yeah. And the only way this changes is if the fans claim their club back. Yeah, and the only way you claim your club back is protesting. And when I say protesting, go and have a look at Ajax. Yeah, go and have a look at Ajax because it needs to get that naughty. It needs to get that naughty because they ain't, mate, too many happy clappers. Yeah, too many people turning up every week, taking their seat, eating the burgers, yeah, buying the drinks at the stadium and just going, oh, boo, boo. Yeah, what's that doing? You're still paid to get in, mate. So if you're going to go, yeah, we'll make it known. Make it known then, isn't it? Yeah, it's the only way you get your club back. Yeah, because the thing is, he ain't leaving. He signed a 10-year contract to be the owner of Chelsea. It's a 10-year deal, minimum.
Right? Deal, I know.
All the players that they've signed, yeah, what incentive is there for any of them players, yeah, to actually achieve anything and try and get better? They're all on 8-year contracts, yeah, on $100,000 a week. They're now set for 8 years. No incentive, mate. It's not like when you sign a player on a 3-year deal or a 4-year deal on $100,000 a week, yeah, because they know that in 18 months, 2 years, yeah, they could be up for sale real quick if they don't do it. This lot, cool. I'll take my $100,000 for 8 years, mate. Yeah, the only one player that I look at in that squad and think, yeah, you're half sensible is Nkunku. Yeah, Buddy Ashili's trash. I'm sorry, I've seen enough. Yeah, he's trash.
You know what's bad? They hype him up though. Chelsea fans hype him up a lot though. They say if he's the best defender or whatnot.
They don't watch all these teams, man. Yeah, like I mean, maybe they should stop hyping up average footballers. Yeah, and let's be real with it. Gooney's got standards. Eunice has got standards. Yeah, Minerals has got standards. Right. The fact of reality is that football club, right, have managed to con millions of people around the world into thinking that it's a project, a process, and it takes time. This is a football club under Roman Abramovich that were hiring and firing the most successful club for the last 2 decades. Yeah, how these people have managed to finesse all these fans real quick. Yeah, it tells you how many sheep follow football. Yeah, they're only there for the vibe and the banter online.
You know what's mad as well? That Sterling chance, man. And there was a video today, circling around. I don't know if you guys seen it, but he said that basically when I'm going in front of goal, I wanna square it. And then there's been 2 or 3 times this season where he's actually not squared it and shot.
Oh, he's a disgrace. You know what I mean? He got an assist yesterday, so he'll get a freebie. Yeah, he was an absolute disgrace yesterday.
You know what?
Yeah, that game, you could have copied and pasted. Yeah, the Aston Villa Sheffield United game, or you could have copied and pasted the Man United West Ham game. All 3 of them games were identical. Yeah, trash. All of them. Nobody can keep the ball. Nobody's got any skill. They can't trap the ball. They've got no first touch. They don't want to take their man on. They're all trying to pass responsibility to someone else who's then passing it to someone else and someone else. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, a team that's not even played well goes and beats you. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Aston Villa was shocking the other night. Sheffield United got a goal. Yeah, they were awful, Sheffield United, but Aston Villa were trash. Yeah, Man United were equally as awful. Yeah, and West Ham didn't even get out of second gear because the game was dead and they still beat you comfy. Yeah, and then that game yesterday, I was doing a watch along for it and I was sitting there, I was going, look how many times these players give the ball away. Yeah, there's no skill involved at all. Yeah, I reckon I'm better than half of them Chelsea players and I'm 41. Yeah, and I ain't played football for years, and I smoke 20 cigarettes a day. Yeah, I guarantee I could trap a ball better than Jackson.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
Jackson
Yeah.
was.
I don't need to get on FaceTime to anyone
Oh.
to ask for inspiration either, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying?
Do you know what is with the Sterling chance as well? Yeah, if you don't square that, you have to score. You just have to score.
You have to
If you don't
score,
score,
yeah.
Exactly.
it's criminal. And you know what, Goonie? I don't know how true this is, but I saw it on the TL. Apparently, this ain't the first time he's done it this season.
Oh no,
Apparently,
it's not.
Yeah.
against
He's
Villa.
done it early in the
Against
season,
Villa.
yeah, he's done it twice.
Yeah,
But this
That's
is the thing. They're
crazy.
a team of individuals that are playing like a team of individuals. The only player that's there that is a team player is Thiago Silva, and he's nearly my age. But he's the
Yeah.
only one, and even he's catching the bozo gene. Like some of the things he was doing yesterday, I was like, "Is that Thiago Silva?"
Shocking.
Yeah, is that him? Yeah, but this is the problem. You've got way too many kids at that football club. You know, and the only way this changes, mate, is for you lot to go on a madness as fans. Yeah, and when I say madness, like I say, go and see Ajax. Go and see Ajax, bro.
I'm with it. But unfortunately, English football fans, they ain't got the balls to do nothing like that. That's the problem, if we're being completely
Well,
honest.
there you go. Yeah, well, see you in 20 years' time when you ain't won nothing.
Longer
know-
than
Well,
that.
You know what,
it's
Goonie,
7
yeah?
years without Premier League now. 7 years
You
without
know-
Premier League soon. You know what I mean?
You know what, Goonie? I
go, Rob.
know Poch don't rate him, and he doesn't favour him, and he'll probably gone in the summer. But one player I think that can leave the pitch with his head held high, it was only on for 10-15 minutes, is Noni Madueke. I think he came on, he was actually trying to make things happen. I'm not saying he's good, but he's the only one, him and Nkunku, that came on and tried to actually make stuff happen, because before that it was quite stagnant.
But
in my
this is
opinion. It was
but
quite
this is the
stagnant.
thing. This is why I criticize so much, is because listen to these players that you're naming outside of Nkunku. Listen to them. Yeah. How many of those players? No, a big man thing. How many of those players, if you're gonna accept a process or not, at any point do you feel in the future are gonna be carrying this team towards competing at all fronts? How many of them?
None
This,
of you.
know
that's
Nkunku
what I
Nkunku will be there for a couple of years, and somebody can't buy him.
That's what I'm trying to say.
He's
And then
just
there's
a
people
stepping
saying,
stone, innit?
and people criticize me and say, how could you want Conor Gallagher sold? He's been one of your best players this season. Listen, I look at long term. Can you please tell me where Conor Gallagher ranks as a number 10 or as a midfielder in world football? Can you please tell me if this guy is going to be that guy that's going to be dictating Champions League semi-finals, finals, pushing us to title challenges and all this?
Maybe
If the answer is
Champions
no,
League final.
this
Maybe
is
a
what I'm trying to say. So if the answer is no, why is he at my club? This is the thing. Why is he at my club? This is not the
He'll be
standard that I
sold.
want.
He'll be sold anyway, innit? Because he's the FFP.
Do you
But
know
it-
what another thing as well is, yeah, like your manager's a disgrace. I can't lie, because your manager's gone
Absolutely.
in there. Yeah, your manager's gone
Oh,
in
yeah.
there knowing the
Yeah.
terms and conditions of what he's accepting. Right?
Facts.
He looked lost yesterday. He looked like a manager that was. Your team is a representation of your manager, right, and vice versa. Right? That team are playing how he looks. He was sat on that touchline thinking, "Oh, I'm only here to get sacked." Yeah, he's given up, mate. The manager's given up. How can you play
Playdays now,
Conor
yeah?
Gallagher at number 10?
That's what
How can you
managers
play
are
Conor Gallagher in midfield when he's a number 10? Instead of playing in CM, you're playing Enzo, who's a midfielder. You're playing him at number 10. Yeah, you're playing
Levi
Colwill
Colwill
at
at left back and
you're
Matson.
playing Chilwell at left wing. Yeah, you're playing players all out of position. Yeah, there's nothing there, mate. And the thing is, he took that terms and conditions. When people are saying he got dealt a bad hand and this and that, no. He didn't get dealt a bad hand. He knew what he was signing up for. He knew what was going to happen. Yeah, and now he's accepting it. Yeah, cool. You've accepted it when you signed your big contract, mate. Yeah, the fact is, you need to bin him. Go and get somebody like Conte in there. Yeah, that's a proper bastard that's going to rough everyone up and demand a change. Yeah, but you ain't going to do that because your ownership ain't going to allow that.
Look at this. Look at this comment from King Nigeria. Obviously, listen, King Nigeria, you're welcome to have your opinion and all that. It's not a disrespect. But my man says Gallagher is a good player. I don't know this hate. Right? Let me ask you. Let me ask every single one of you on this panel. In terms of Musiala and Conor Gallagher, are they anywhere near the same level?
No.
It's not even a
definitely not.
question.
Is
Not even a
Musiala the type of player that will go on to win Ballon d'Ors and be winning serious and be able to take teams to a serious position? Is that the level of player that we're talking
You
about?
had him with your brother.
Goonie, he literally did it in May, last day of the season. He won by
Right. And
that
so
league.
this is why I say I don't want Gallagher in my team. If you're talking youth players, yeah, that are going to be elite or have the potential to be elite, that's a name that I'm talking about right there. That should be a number 10 at Chelsea, not Conor Gallagher.
A real talk. I'm taking 29 over Conor Gallagher.
I am as
Bro,
well.
that's a big
Wow.
statement coming from Lee.
I'm taking
Wow, that's
29 over Conor
crazy.
Gallagher. He's trash, bro. He's trash.
He's
What does
just
he
shut
do?
down the stream now. With that. Fucking hell.
Yeah, but what does he do? What does Conor Gallagher actually
Can
do?
I ask you a question though? Has Conor Gallagher not been performing the best out of the three anyway? Like I know it's mad.
He
It sounds mad as
has,
it is.
but Saeed, but what is the
Defensively.
overarching
Defensively.
message though, Saeed? If
Yeah,
this
I know.
guy is
Honestly,
the best performing player or midfielder at Chelsea Football Club, there is a serious problem. It translates to one thing and one thing only. He is the best out of a shit bunch.
Facts.
And he's actually trying. He's actually giving 100%. Whereas like any other players giving 100%, no, they're not. They're not
No,
giving
but then
100%.
LB, this comes on to my point. I say it on every platform I go on. Roy Keane, big him up. He said it years ago, and it's forever stuck with me. You know when he's like, "What do you mean he's working hard? That's your job. That's his job." I don't know why people.
That's
I
his
don't know
job.
why people are clapping players working hard. That is the basics. All 11 on that pitch should be
Minimum.
working hard. Every single one. So you can't applaud it Gallagher for working hard. Yes, it makes him look better because the other players aren't. But going forward, the amount of times I see Gallagher in positions in them half spaces where he can do something with the ball, and it's like he's now dribbling in quicksand. It's like he's stuck in treacle. It's like the game just pauses and he does not know what to do. The indecisiveness is crazy from Gallagher, and that's the thing. This is where you have to blame Poch, because his attributes aren't for that 10 role. Don't play him further forward when you know he doesn't have the ability to play there. It just doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense at all, man.
Big up Lucas L says it's because footballers are now athletes first rather than the other way around. It used to be they teach them basics after they sign athletes. You know what it is with that, and that Jackson guy is a perfect example of, yeah, he can run around and he's this and that, but bro, this guy has not got no first touch. He can't dribble. He can't, bro. What is he good at? Like generally, like I'm struggling to understand this Jackson guy. He is garbage. I don't care if he's got more goals than certain people and whatnot. I watch a football. It's like for me.
Who are
no
them certain
respect to
people?
Nunes,
Say?
yeah.
Who are
He
them
ain't-
certain people?
yeah.
Who are them certain people? What you mean? You're a striker, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
I
Well,
was
it's
just
like, I don't know what he is.
Jackson. I don't
Go
even
as well.
Listen, we'll get onto Hoyland, but this brother Jackson, I'm like, you can score how many goals you want. You ain't that guy. You ain't gonna be ever that guy.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Simple.
How
He's not,
long
but you
have
know
I
what?
been
I just quickly
saying?
say on Jackson, I think whilst yes, he's not going to be that guy. I think he's probably getting a lot more hate than what he actually deserves. I think there's way bigger problems at your football club now than Nicholas Jackson. Yes, 100% agree. He is not a striker for a top team, but that I think there's way bigger problems, man. Way bigger problems. Goalkeepers a problem. Some of your defenders are
time.
ass. Your midfielders are ass. You signed Raheem Sterling on big cash, 300 grand a week. Is he the right man? The manager, the board, the transfer strategy. Like, listen, I think at the end of the day, how much you pay for this guy? 20 million. 25 million.
35 million.
35 million. He's got 7 Premier League goals. Like, I know he's not great, but I'd probably lay off it right now.
Bro, don't fall into that trap. Don't fall into the 8 goal.
No. I am not. No. Hear me out, bro. I'm saying he's not good. He is not good. I'm saying there are way bigger problems at that football club than Nicholas Jackson. Way bigger problems.
I hear
I
LB
hear
like, every time clubs want to find a scapegoat, and I think that is when Chelsea know they have so many problems. I think that's number one. That's that autopilot. Let's go on Jackson before anything else. So I see where LB's coming from. That's the number one scapegoat for me
The
as well.
squad, the squad itself is not good enough. It's not good enough, and because Jackson is in a position that's very much magnified. Obviously, your goalkeeper and your strikers are the most like magnified positions on the pitch that people pay most attention to. If mistakes happen there, people will howl at it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But for me, Jackson's gone to a point where he's legitimately one of the worst Premier League strikers I have ever seen in my life. Legitimately, he is one of the worst I've ever. And the thing is this is where I feel sorry for him. Is Jackson doesn't pick himself. Jackson doesn't sign himself. That's not his fault. But everything else outside that, this guy should not be playing football in the Premier League. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He is relegation fodder at best.
Sorry to cut you, man. This is the thing, though. Yeah, you spent 32 million, I think, on him from Villarreal. Sorry, he's not a striker. Yeah, and he was average at Villarreal. Yeah, if you go through all the signings that you've made under Todd Bowley, you've overpaid for trash, bro. Yeah, like 30 million on like players left, right, and centre, and it's like, and you're putting them on these 8-year deals. Yeah, like Enzo's a good player. Yeah, he ain't 106 mil, bro.
I agree.
Yeah,
nowhere near.
Went there and bullied them to get him there and then because other teams wanted him. Yeah, and he's got there, and he's just gone, yeah, cool, nice little performances here and there, right? And like you said about the created chances, you've missed the biggest amount of created chances or something,
36.
right? But
26,
guess what?
yeah.
Eunice made a great point. He said Liverpool are third on that list with 33 or 34. Yeah, the difference is, and Villa are second, I think, yeah, with about 30 odd. Difference is they're creating a higher volume of chances. They're your only chances. Yeah, like you're barely scoring any goals, and then you're missing maybe 70% of the chances you're creating. Whereas Liverpool, Villa, Arsenal, Man City, Tottenham, they're creating a higher volume of chances and scoring a higher percentage of them. And that's why we're all up the top. Yeah, it's embarrassing, man. Like, honestly, you lot, a couple more losses, like another 3 or 4 losses, yeah, and the teams below you start picking
relegation.
up more.
They're looking at the relegation zone, this league. They're looking at Burnley, Luton. Yeah, they're that bad, you know. That's crazy. Kurt Zale says, United and Chelsea are like one-legged man in an arse-kicking contest. And the next one I've got here, we're going to lead on to Man United, is 1.6K in the building on Christmas Day. Big up to everybody who's here, man. Make sure you support everyone's channels. Links are in description below. And yeah, let's get the like. Let's get to 1,000 likes, man. Let's do it. My son says, we've seen it all. We won the lot. City. Season greetings, gents. Hope everybody's having a great day. Saeed, you think United will stay up? Listen, let's get on to United.
Very quickly, sorry, mate. My loan to Man City is going extremely well, man. I've seen 5 trophies in 2023.
Come on.
You see Kyle Walker juggling all of them. That was kind of sick, you know.
Nah, that was embarrassing. That's embarrassing for me, man, to see that, man, right in front of us, man. But listen, it is what it is. But listen, United, oh my days, man, they put me to bed. Anyone that woke up for that year, honestly, man, United need to give refunds. You got the poor kid crying in the stands. You know what I mean? And we've had a couple of them, you know. Now, generally, I think there's been a couple of them in the last 2 years where these kids have been crying, man. Like, how do you cry at that age? I don't think I cried at football at that age. I don't think like football meant that much to me at that age where I was crying. But listen, the new generation,
got a Twitter account calling you out on Twitter, bro. He's only about 7, wasn't he? He's probably calling you out, saying you're toxic.
Oh my days, it's crazy, man. These Twitter heads, man. I'm telling you, man. But like I said, yeah, it's one of them where I'm looking at with United and I'm like, bro, this manager is clueless. Yeah, we can't score goals. He's breaking records. You know how many records we've broken? It's mad, you know.
I've seen it, man.
Like, it is absolutely. Every time I look on Twitter or I look at the updated record sheet, it gets longer, the list.
Are we talking about 20 plus, 30 plus records?
Bro, there's more. I don't know. Like, there's more. There's literally so much. And it's just like, some of them are per game. Some of them are not per game.
That's
but I just
crazy.
look at this manager and I'm like, how is he still here? People coming up and saying, oh, but you don't know what the actual solution is, etc. Listen to me. I know what this solution is. And this solution is this manager needs to get sacked, mate. He is done. And tomorrow we're going to get more further embarrassment as well. More further. Because Aston Villa are going to come in and they're going to smoke us, yeah? You get me? Like, so we're done out here, man. You know what I'm trying to say to you? And I've had enough. I've had enough of this torrid football. Honestly, it's the worst I've seen. Like, other managers lost games. Like, David Moyes' season, when you look at it, he had to replace Fergie. And it was the players, the egos got to him and da-da-da. This manager here was a respectable manager in Europe. He was a guy who had a good CV, fair enough. And he's come here and he said, I'm not playing the Ajax way and I'm done. And I'm seeing other teams playing better football. Like, get out of here, man. Like, I'm done. I really am done with this manager.
Yeah, but Saeed, have you got the dossier of what the plan is, step-by-step plan for once you sack Ten Hag? Because apparently now that's what you need when you sack a manager. Like, when has this ever been a thing in football? Has it ever been a thing in football that if you sack if you're a fan, yeah, not an employee of the football club, a fan who thinks, just has an opinion that the manager should be sacked, yeah? So Lee's got his views on Arteta, you got your views on Ten Hag. Apparently now you have to have a dossier, step-by-step plan of exactly what happens once a manager. It's a crazy situation. When was that a thing? That's never been a thing in football before. I swear down. That is new to me.
You wouldn't have thought clubs have people in positions to make that decision for the club. It's crazy. That first half was diabolical. I was falling to sleep, genuinely falling to sleep, and I had a good 8 to 9 hours sleep. So it's not like I was tired. The game just put me back to sleep. But honestly, I just feel like it's got to the point. I'm surprised he's lasted this long. I genuinely believed he would be sacked before Christmas. Actually, we didn't help with that. I think if we had maybe given you an embarrassing result, it could have been a catalyst, but that didn't happen. You actually did what you had to do. But I think now Radcliffe and that's come in, I do genuinely think he's walking on thin ice now. I think another couple losses and he'll be gone. He'll be gone because there was no plan. I don't even think the players know what they're doing. And again, I don't want to scapegoat players, but that Anthony guy, he's actually now becoming entertaining to watch. That's how poor he is. He's now becoming entertaining to watch.
Look at the level of wingers, though. Like, guys, madam, yeah. You know how mad it is? We've got Mudryk, we've got Anthony. Look at the level of wingers. I grew up on Robert Pires, Ryan Giggs, David Beckham, Ronaldo. Look at the level of wingers we've got now. For this.
Poborski.
Yeah.
Ballers.
Yeah. Ginola and them, man. Like,
Ginola, yeah,
oh
come on.
my God.
But this is the
embarrassment,
Premier League in a nutshell, mate. Yeah. Like Rom said he was falling asleep. I was falling asleep. Yeah, I was falling asleep watching that. And the thing is, I was falling asleep watching the Aston Villa game. I was falling asleep watching the game yesterday. Yeah, like the Chelsea game. It's just like the Premier League, yeah, gets so mad overrated. It is trash. Yeah, it is just copy and paste from game before. How many games yesterday? How many games when Man United have played? Like, you could copy and paste that from another team's games this season. It's the same thing you're watching with just different players and then maybe a slightly different result at the end of it. It's let's just run down the wing, cut back, pass it in field. There's no skill. Let's just whack it off a player from a yard away and play for a corner. Yeah, and then when we get the corner, we try and score off of it. Yeah, let's just rugby tackle players. The way they fall over is embarrassing. Like, the league's rubbish, mate. Honestly, it's trashed. Like, I agree. The only thing is, it's just best marketed league, and it's got the most eyes on it.
It's the most entertaining league. It's not the best quality. Lee, it's just the most entertaining league in terms of quality. You know, you got Spanish football, you got other types of football. In terms of entertainment, that's what this league is. But if you're looking at the wingers we've got and the quality and the watching the football, you go to yourself, it's not great, man. Let's be honest, man. Everyone's running around, everyone's falling over. You're looking at Chelsea yesterday. You know, you got them guys coming on, and it's just everything's scatty, man. Cunha, look at Cunha, man. This guy's Brazilian. Cunha, but then, bro, this guy does nothing.
They need to look at his passport. He ain't Brazilian.
I'm telling you, man. I'm watching Cunha, and I'm like, yo, he's playing on the wing. I'm like, bro, you're a striker. You're just Atletico Madrid. You're a striker.
Is it just me, or these new crop of Brazilians don't really play like Brazilians at all? Like, cool. I know everyone's hyping up this Mudryk guy. I'm not going to sit in. I've not even watched a minute of him play yet. I've seen clips, but I always say compilations, there's no in between. I might either make you look very good or very bad. You have to watch the 90 minutes. Mudryk I've not seen at all. I'm trying to think of other new age Brazilians. That Andre guy, I don't know. LB, you watched the full 90 minutes. I only watched the first half. He looked poor. From what I saw, the Andre guy looked poor. This new crop of Brazilians, they don't play like R9, Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, and that. They must be looking at this.
Never get that again.
It's say us. Yeah.
You know what it is? It's like players grew up like playing on the streets, man. You know what I mean? It's the same in this country. And as players, as this is the truth, as the world becomes more like the money gets spread more around, you know what I mean? And people are not playing football on the streets with the mate, and they start playing on five-a-side pitches with the mate.
It's more grassroots now, isn't it? Yeah.
Football becomes more like pass and move rather than like when you was playing football on the streets, it was about taking your mates on with the skills. And as like you say, as the world becomes more like, you know, money and that, and people get out of poverty and they start playing football on actual football pitches, naturally, I think, my opinion, that you'll start to see a decline of the sort of that Samba style football and more just sort of like pass and move, keeping the ball, because that's what you do when you're playing on an actual pitch, bro. That's probably the reason. Well, not probably the reason.
I also think the coaches kick it out of them as well a lot of the time. I really do, because there's a lot of players that have come in. Well, not so much as now. Like, for example, I know he's not really, you know, everyone's favorite player would say he's the most elite player, but I remember Lucas Moura in Brazil. The amount of skill this guy had kicking ball was ridiculous. Goes to the Premier League, even at PSG, it's all gone. You don't see none of that flair no more. It's as if like it's discouraged playing in Europe these days. Do you know what I mean?
It's a system thing, isn't it? It's systems. It's all it is now. System players. Yeah. Like look at you can look at Anthony when he was at Ajax. He's doing step overs. He's jinking past players. He's crossing the ball. He's gone to Man United, and he's done none of that. All he's done is fidget spin. Yeah, and run down the wing at 100 mile an hour, stop, and then pass it all the way back to the right back. It's like,
do you know what?
He's being told to do that, by the way.
This is why I know this is one of your favorite managers, Lee, but this is why you have to big up Don Carlo, because he gives Vinny and Rodrigo freedom.
Right.
He actually, if you watch Real Madrid, he gives them freedom. Them two, because people are putting them in the chat. Them two are probably the last of a dying breed. Them two, when I watch them, they excite you. They get you off the pitch. They don't really care about this instruction. They just play like they're where they're from. But other than that, yeah, I can't say.
You know who else? You know, actually, the most recent one that I'm starting to see on that flare decline, bro. Luis Diaz, bro. Do you remember when he came to passing ankle? He was destroying players, bruv. Now it's just gone back to the bog standard type of winger now, bruv.
Martinelli's by the way. Martinelli's on that hype. Runs straight lines, runs it out of play. Yeah, whereas when he first came in, man. When he first came in, he was jinking around everybody. Last season he played very well, but again, that's because nobody was playing a low block against us. Yeah, now all of a sudden he's up against 2 or 3 players. All of a sudden he just runs in straight lines straight out for a goal kick. Yeah, and he can't cross the ball anymore.
Lee, I remember a couple of years ago they said he wasn't.
Paqueta's Brazilian.
Yeah, but I mean more like wide players, like your proper Brazilian. Obviously, there's still like central players that have it. Like for again, Bruno Guimaraes, I rate him, but he's gone on a bit of a dip for Newcastle as well. But I remember a couple of years ago they were saying Martinelli's not Brazilian because he never dances after a goal. Because how much Brazilians dance.
Do you know what's funny about dances, Ramsey? You just reminded me. You see that Richarlison, he gives it like the pigeon.
The pigeon.
Like this. That's actually an official dance in Brazil.
You're joking.
No, man. That's an official dance in Brazil, bruv. Yes.
You know what? Fair enough. Because I thought it was a stupid dance. But if that's from his roots and that, I wouldn't, you know what? It would have been. If Savin didn't have to shoot, I want to know his opinions on Richarlison again because I know he doesn't like it.
We all know.
He started to score though. What 3-3?
I mean, everyone's got the same opinion.
4 and 3. Yeah. But now, like I said, you know what it is, yeah? Like I said, and obviously we're not scoring goals as well. Like, I want your opinions on Haaland, yeah? Honest opinions, yeah? Honest opinions. Listen, I need some hope, yeah? Do you guys think he's not getting any service, or do you think he's just not it? Like, what is it like?
He's getting service. The stats prove it. He's the 5th.
Tell him, LB. Tell him.
Yeah, if you could check the Premier League website, yeah, he's 5th on the most big chances missed in a Prem. 5th. So this is a myth that he doesn't get chances. Does he get as many chances?
What about the one pass that he only gets in a game? What about the one pass that he's been given in a game?
He's expected to score. He expects that. You get one pass and you get the big strikers. You get one pass a game.
Like Haaland. What about Haaland then? What does he do? What does he do when he's not getting touches and whatnot?
What does he do? He's top Premier League goal scorer.
I'm saying, give me like your thing on Haaland in terms of what he does to kind of make sure that, because obviously he doesn't get many touches, but he still scores goals.
If you know he's a goal scorer. He's in the team to score goals. He doesn't do much of other stuff. If you want him to do something else, then you should have bought Harry Kane. We bought Erling Haaland as an old school goal scorer. Yeah, Haaland gets chances. He has chances. He had a chance against Liverpool. Okay, it's not the easiest chance in the world, but that's his job. His job is to convert not so easy chances, and he's had the 5th most in the Prem. Missed big chances, missed. So it's a complete myth. Now, is he getting as many chances as maybe he wants? Probably not. But boo-hoo. Until the manager sorts that out, until the players around him sort that out, his job is to put the ball in the back of the net with the best that he's got. And he's not doing that right now. He runs around a bit, he wrestles a few players, and that's it. He's not actually doing anything enough for Manchester United.
You know what, LB? Just to add on to what you're saying as well, he is capable because we saw him against Galatasaray pick the ball up in his own half, run and dink the keeper. That was actually a very good goal. So even if he's not getting as much service, we've seen you now do it. You now need to carry on showcasing that. And you know what? I didn't even know that stat that LB said until last weekend because I was kind of on the board of, you know what? He's not getting as many chances. When I saw he was high up in that metric, I was like, I can't even defend him because I was thinking he's got the attributes to be a good striker. Maybe he isn't getting, because when you're looking at players like Bruno, McTominay and relying on service from them, Anthony and Garnacho put me in either wing, I had a bit of sympathy for him. Then I saw that metric and I was like, nah, I can't back you anymore. I actually can't back you.
There's a lad in this chat called King Nigeria as well. Yeah, this always cracks me up when people say this. Yeah, this guy LB is hating on a 20-year-old kid striker. Number one, 20 years old, he ain't a kid. Number two, he's 21 in March. Right, at 21, Michael Owen was winning a Ballon d'Or after being the Premier League top goal scorer back-to-back in his debut first 2 seasons. Wayne Rooney was world-class at 16. Yeah, Martinelli came into the league and scored 10 goals in 11 or 12 games for Arsenal in all comps. Yeah, as a 17, 18-year-old. Yeah, if you're good enough, you're good enough. Yeah, the fact and reality is age is only used as a tool when they're playing crap. Yeah. Does anybody genuinely know how old Musiala is? Because I never hear Bayern fans talking about it.
He's
What about
he's
Jude?
19 or 20 now.
What about Jude? Is anyone telling me how old Jude is? The only time anyone ever comes out with this is when they're having a poor. Oh, he's a kid. He's a kid. Who cares, mate? If you're playing for Man United or any Premier League team of a high standard or a big club, age is irrelevant because you get held to the same standard, as everyone else in that team, regardless of your age. Your fans, United fans, do it with Garnacho. Oh, but he's only a kid. Okay, we'll farm him out on loan then.
You know what, Lee? As well. If he's only a kid and he can't hack the pressure, don't make the move. Don't make the move. Get better people around you to advise you not to get the move. Then, because if you can't,
problem is when there's millions of people that start giving excuses about his age, it's an easy way out for him, isn't it?
Yeah.
My thing is about his age.
Kids that sit online saying, "But he's only a kid." Well, 20 years old is not a kid. Yeah, you're a fully grown adult.
I don't really look at age, you know. I look at the fact that the reliance on a player who scored 9 goals last season for Atlanta wasn't the main guy even at Atlanta. That's my reasoning as to why Man United. And I wanted Vlahovic, who's scoring goals at Juventus, I
remember that stream, Saeed. I remember that stream. You started it like, I'm not sure on this Haaland. Yeah, I remember it.
I'm not sure I'm this guy. I said it and I was like, I watched him last season for Atlanta. I was like, he's more of a winger for me. He's more of this kind of inside forward. You know what I mean? But like I said, Man United gambled, but you had to bring another striker with him. You can't have just bought Haaland on his own and then wanted this brother. Obviously, Harry Kane was a fantasy. Did I believe it was ever going to happen? Probably not, because at the time, Man United were not willing to pay that money. But again, like I said to you, my thing is Haaland. It's just, for me, it's just this expectation. Like a lot of United fans are having this, a lot of expectation going to be this guy. When reality, he isn't that guy, and it's okay to say that. You know, he may be coming out in the future, but for now, we can't rely on him when he's not scored a goal. And that Shawn Mills is taking the piss out of him, doing the TikTok lives and all of that.
Maybe put him up front. Maybe put him up front because at least he can hit the back of the net.
Yeah, a miracle is coming soon, man.
Crazy.
Come on, your club is in the.
You know
the thing that I would say about this, people who are using his. Only if you had similar energy when you signed him. If when you signed Haaland as a United fan, you said, no, we shouldn't be signing this guy. He's too young. He's too inexperienced. Then maybe if you're saying the same thing now, I still don't fully agree, but I can kind of understand it because you said it at the time. But if you was at the time of the signing saying, yes, man, we've got the next Haaland, this guy's going to be mint. And now you're sitting here saying, oh, no, give him time because he's only young. Then what you're actually doing there, you're lowering the standards of your football club, because what you're doing is effectively saying, we are a dead team until Haaland gets older. That's what you're saying, because you just say we've got to wait. What are you talking about, man? You mentioned one of the biggest clubs in the world.
I'm just going to blow this myth apart in the chat from Michael Hyro, I think his name is. He says, Owen never once in Capitals got 20 goals, though, Lee, bit overrated. Right, well, Michael Owen's got 150 Premier League goals, by the way. He went off to Spain for 3 years or 2 years. Right, he was injured and dusted by the time he was 25. Then came back and was a journeyman around the Premier League. He's bagged 150 goals in the Premier League. If that guy had stayed fit, we'd be talking about Michael Owen Premier League all time.
Do you know what's funny?
You obviously haven't watched Michael Owen, my friend. He was cold.
Now, Roms, one sec. Let me just hit back at that, because that's poor in the chat, He said he's not got over 20 goals. In his first full Premier League season, 97-98, 36 games in the Prem, 18 goals, 12 assists. Come on, man. What are you talking about? You guys didn't get 20 goals. They got 18 and 12 assists. We'll just...
It's funny you mentioned Owen, right? Because we were speaking about early in the stream. Saeed, like, when you're 7, how can you cry like that? Like the United fan in the stands at West Ham's ground. When Owen went to Real Madrid, I was crying. That is one time I actually did around that age, 7 or 8. I was crying my eyes out. That is actually one player. He's the reason why I support Liverpool. I know some people might say he's Judas now, whatnot, but that guy. Something else.
Unbelievable, mate.
And when he came to us, he scored a memorable goal against Man City.
You don't need to hear about that.
There you go. He's left. I remember that day so perfectly, man. I was genuinely like, I was watching the game. Michael Owen! What a game. By the way, what's one of the Premier League classics, by the way? Big up to Jack Merry. He says, Merry blessed Christmas to the entire panel. Big up, lads, for giving us content on Christmas Day. Leroy, 29 over Gallagher. Damn. They're equally trash. Yeah, there you go, man. There you go. Man. Big up Lee Gunner. Man, 100%. Big up to Lee Gunner. He's gonna shoot soon. I wanted to quickly touch on Lee Gunner before you go. Yeah, before you go, Lee Gunner. Top of league at Christmas. Happy with that. Yeah, there you go. There you go, man.
Back-to-back
Top of the league.
champions, man. Christmas champions for 2 years straight, man. What a trophy. Yeah, but yeah, I'm happy where we are. But however, the fact that Man City are only 6 behind and they're 5th, and they got a game in hand, and they play us at the Etihad, that 6 points is irrelevant. Yeah, the fact that Tottenham didn't win a game for 6 weeks in a row, or 6 weeks, 5 games, or whatever it was. Yeah, and they're only 4 behind. Yeah, this all singing, all dancing Arsenal team under Arteta in phase 400. Yeah, with the dog and Ian Wright wheeling out merch every week, and that Tottenham team that are trash. Yeah, with a bunch of average players and a couple of stars that are out injured, with a new manager that nobody wanted at their club. Yeah, is now only 4 points behind us in his first season. Yeah, that tells you we're not that great. Yeah,
Lee, can I just chime in? Can I just chime in quickly there, bro? Have you seen the last 10 years? Guess what 2 clubs are the only teams not to win it? Top at Christmas.
No, who is it?
It's our clubs. It's Liverpool and Arsenal. We've been top 3.
Wow.
I think 3 times in the last 10 years, and we haven't won it, thanks to LB's team. And Arsenal last season.
Yeah, well,
crazy.
I think we've been top 3 times. I think this is the 3rd time in the last decade or so.
Wow.
Yeah, but I think this
might
may
have
be
been
the 3rd
actually.
time.
Actually,
Crazy.
Yeah, I think we've both done it 3
That's
times.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah, but this is the thing. This is why I don't get carried away. Yeah, I was here last year. I was sat in the same position last season. And what did my club go and do? We're going to get Trossard in. I was like, oi, we're serious. We got Trossardinho, my baller. Yeah, and then we went and signed Jakob Kivior. Like, who even are you? 24 million. His wife's more famous than him because she's the twerk champion of Europe or something. Go and check the videos out. I say he's loving life already. He's like, I've never heard of this before.
Bro.
and then we went and signed a pensioner from Chelsea. Like, come on, man. This club needs to be serious. Go and get me Ivan Toney, Paulinho, and go and get Anderson from Palace. Yeah, and we're set. Yeah, we're set because all 3 of them, 2 of them definitely start. Yeah,
Lino's ball. Anderson from Palace. I've been to his range of passing is off the hook.
And he can defend. So if we get Saliba or Gabriel injured, and not even if they're injured, you could go 3-0 up in a game and say, right, Saliba, sit down, bruv. Yeah, you're coming off. We're going to wrap you up in cotton wool. Yeah, or Gabby, you come off. Yeah, Paulinho can play with Rice, and then Odegaard might actually turn up in games. Yeah, because he's been awful this season. Yeah, and it might give us something better going forward. Yeah, Ivan Toney's link play, yeah, hold up play and goal output. Yeah, gives them 2 wingers, something different. And not only that, we can then drop Martinelli when he's playing crap and put Jesus on the left. Yeah, or Trossard on the left. Yeah, or we could play with a 4-4-2 and go with Jesus off of Toney. Yeah, or Martinelli off of Toney or Trossard off of Toney. Yeah, go and get it done, man. But they won't. The last time we spent over 30 million on a player in a January window was Aubameyang. That was what, 2017-18? Yeah, 18.
That was worth it. That was worth it. That was worth it.
Oh, he was class.
What? Unbelievable.
If I was to put money on it, I'd say we are getting Ivan Toney. Yeah, I do think we'll get Toney, but maybe
in January or summer.
Yeah, Jan. I think
they won't sell him. They won't sell him, Lee. I'll be honest with you. They won't sell Ivan Toney. And Buemo is out injured to the end of the season, or a couple of months. Yeah,
right, bro. Trust me, Tony's coming Arsenal, bro. Whether it's summer, whether it's Jan, he's coming Arsenal.
Yeah, I see it. This is Instagram, by the way. This is Instagram. He liked the post from the guy from Top Boy.
Yeah, bro.
And the guy from
me, man. This guy's coming Arsenal. I know already.
Yeah. He liked the post, man.
Chelsea have offered a few quid more, like for wages and that. They're offering a little bit more money. Yeah, for the fee as well. I think they're offering more money. But bro, trust me, he ain't going Chelsea. He's too old for Chelsea. That's Epstein FC. He's 27. He don't fit the model.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
Let's be real. Why would you want to go to Chelsea, right, when your team, Brentford, are going to finish above them this season? Like, he wants to play Champions League. He wants to be in the Euros in the summer. Yeah, he wants to be the main man. Well, is he the main man if Nkunku's there?
And you know what, Lee? To add to that, the incentive, obviously, I don't think you're winning the league. I still think it's City, but the incentive that he can be the one that brings Arsenal over the line, along with a Rice, you bang on going to Arsenal instead of a Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? You'd rather join a title race than like a mid-table race. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, facts. Listen, lads, I'm on 5% battery.
Yeah, no worries, man. Big up. Have a good Christmas, man. Have a good Christmas,
big up, Goonie, Roms, LB. Big up the chat. Merry Crimbo to everybody. Feliz Navidad. And I'm going to go and prep the dinner and chill out for the rest of the day.
I need to see that, man. Make sure you put it on Insta, man. I need to see your cooking, man.
My cooking's elite, bro. Don't worry about my cooking. And I've saved Christmas as well. Because the missus, check this, right? She had one job. She forgot the Yorkshire puddings. Yeah, she forgot the parsnips. Yeah, she forgot the stuffing, and she forgot the pigs in blankets. Yeah, luckily there's a shop open today, and I went there, but they had no pigs in blankets, bro. Christmas dinner's finito. Por
Oh
favor.
man,
No mas,
listen,
no mas.
big up, man. Big up to Lee, man. Big up, man,
Yeah,
Lee,
man.
man. Enjoy your
Tomorrow
Christmas,
I've got
bro.
4 watch-alongs, by the way, on Lee Reacts. We're doing all the games. 4 watch-alongs back to back to
Oi,
back to
check
back.
it out.
Come on,
Check
big up
it
to
out,
everyone.
people,
Merry
man.
Crimbo,
Make sure
man.
you're
We're
there.
out. Love
Come
you.
on,
Take
man.
care.
Big up,
Yeah,
man.
Have
Big up,
me on,
Lee.
man. See you
Love as
soon.
always, man. Big up Lee, man.
Laters, lads.
Big up Lee. Nadir says, "Big up panel. LB, I see us winning the Premier League. I won't lower the standards for us. One good backup 6, and I think we're good." LB, before we kind of wrap up on that, are you worried about the fact that you haven't really like lost ground? You know, when you deep it, like Liverpool have only gained 2 points on you. Arsenal have got 4 points, I think, on you and whatnot. You know, you've not lost a lot of ground, man. So you're not too bad in that aspect.
Bro, I stayed so consistent this year from the start of the Premier League season. As soon as Kevin De Bruyne got injured against Burnley, I've been so consistent every single stream. And what have I said? Just get me within 6 to 7 points of whoever's top by the time Kevin De Bruyne's come back. And what are we now? We're 6 points behind Arsenal. If you win your game in hand, we're 3 points behind Arsenal. So we are banging where I wanted to be. Obviously, I'd rather be top. I ain't saying I'm not rather be top. I'm just saying I'm banging with what I wanted to be. Kevin De Bruyne is now back. Haaland is now back. Docker is now back. They might not all be back for the next game, but like within the next week or 2, they're all back. And, you know, we probably need to make a signing or 2 in January. We probably won't. But even if we don't, I still think so long as we keep our players fit, we can go on and win this league. And I think we will go on and win this league. Like I say, the fact is, we won 1 game in 6 football matches. And the best that these guys could do is 6 points. And we got a game in hand. That's for me, all right. Okay, challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. The hunt starts now.
LB,
Now we've got a mad game against Everton coming up, but I'm comfortable, man.
Not that it really matters. Who's your game in hand against?
Brentford at home.
There you go. There you go. I was fuming after that draw. Honestly, I was fuming because, like LB said, they pretty much, football's not a foregone conclusion. We all probably thought Villa would bat Sheffield and they didn't. But City will most likely, nothing's 100%, most likely will beat Brentford. They'll be 2 points behind us, game in hand, and then 3 behind Arsenal. And then if they go on a winning run, which we know they're capable of doing, Arsenal then got to go to the Etihad, win that game. You could potentially be. When do you have them? I think you have them before the Anfield game. You could potentially be level 1 point. This season's mad. And this is why I was saying, not only just to my fan base, to the Arsenal fan base, just calm down. Just calm down. City don't look the same. City got injuries. They're hardly winning. You're saying, look, LB, you know your club better than I do, right? You're saying you won't make additions in January. I reckon you'll at least make one minimum. If I know City well, I don't think you normally spend in January, but if Pep goes to your owners like, look, to get me over the line, I need this player. Even if you don't get him, you'll go all out to get that player. You'll do everything you can to get that player. So listen, this is why I kept my feet on the ground with City, man. I never wrote them out. They've always been my favourites, and they still are. They still are.
Facts,
Yeah,
man.
facts. Nah, listen, man. I think for me, listen, Arsenal need to just win the Premier League. Liverpool and Man City need to stay away from that. You know what I mean? I know Goody is saying no, but Arsenal, do your job, or Aston Villa even better. You know what I'm trying to say to you? So I'm just kind of like, yeah, go on.
I saw something, bro, yeah. Goonie will remember. Remember when you and Chelsea had a title race in 2010? I remember Goonie, Gerrard did the back pass because he didn't want, there's a rumour he didn't want United to win the league and overtake us or something like that. I have a feeling, I looked at something on Twitter, you lot have Arsenal the second to last day of the season. And if Liverpool and City are in a race, I reckon someone's going to do something dodgy because you don't want us matching you on league titles, and then you don't want City doing a 40. So you might give that game
involved in no title. If we're not involved in no top 4 race, and we're in the mid-table,
yeah, you're going to
you
give
know what I'm
Arsenal.
Yeah, listen,
I saw
Arsenal,
something.
you may be able to get them 3 points, yeah? You know what I'm
Gerrard
saying?
done it in 2012 in 2010 to help Chelsea. Gerrard literally done a back pass and Lampard went on and scored.
Someone, McTominay, the pride of Manchester, Rashford has got to do something. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't see Liverpool win that league. Are you mad? Imagine us helping Liverpool to win the league.
Or City 4 feet, mate. Listen,
City 4 feet, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that's why I'm like, yo, listen, hopefully, like I said, man, yeah, it don't happen between them two. But like I said, man, just before we wrap up, Boxing Day fixtures tomorrow, and just in general, here it is. For those that are wondering what's on the agenda, let me just see here. No, where are we? Oh, tomorrow, 12:30 kickoff. Didn't realize there was a 12:30 kickoff tomorrow. That's crazy. But yeah, 12:30
Better
kickoff
than me.
tomorrow.
Think him in your
Newcastle versus Forest, Sheffield United versus Luton, Bournemouth versus Fulham, Burnley versus Liverpool's at 5:30. Wow. And then we got Man United versus Liverpool. Sorry, Man United versus Aston Villa, 8 p.m. And then Wednesday we have Crystal Palace, Chelsea. Oh, surely they must. Brentford versus Wolves, Everton versus City. That's going to be a tough game for
There's
City. You know,
some good
I can't lie to you.
games. There's some
Yeah,
good
some good games,
games.
man. Yeah, Brighton versus Tottenham, and then Arsenal versus West Ham. So yeah, man, some tough games there. Some good games as well. So plenty of action, people in the Premier League. Plenty of action just in general. So yeah, man, stay locked in to the Premier League. It's gonna be epic, man. But lads, Goonie, big up, man, for spending your hour on Christmas Day where you could be with your family. So I appreciate you coming on, bro. Love for that. And yeah, man, big up to you, man. Let them know where they can find you, man.
I'm going to be back after the new year. I figured it's a good time to just get my channel up and running during that
Yeah,
time.
man.
New Year's resolution and that. But yeah, man, until then, you'll see me on streams here and there, just ranting about Chelsea, bruv. And just when will it end? When will it end, Saeed, bruv? That's what it is.
And
When
will it
will
end?
it end?
Trust
You get
me.
me? But listen, people, smash that like button, man. It's Christmas Day. We should be getting a lot more likes today than more than any other day. So make sure you do that, and also subscribe to the channel as well, man. Quality content on here.
Nah, big up, man. Thank you. Like I said to you, thank you for getting me to 80K on YouTube. I appreciate everybody who got me to that milestone. You get me? And then we get to the 100K mark, man. Roms, big up to you for coming on, man. Like I said, big up as always, man. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, bro. Listen, thank you for having me. Big up to yourself side as well. That 90K. Big up. 80K. Sorry. Big up.
Hopefully
Listen,
soon.
on the way to that flag. You're one of the best to do it, bro. And yeah, man. An hour a day. I see Michael saying earlier in the comments that for non-Muslims, I'm speaking about football on Christmas Day. Listen, if I got the time, there's never not a time to speak about football. We all love the game. We all live and breathe the game. So why not? And I'm sure Goonie, Lee, and LB and Sav will say the same, man. But yeah, thanks for having me. And everyone enjoy their Christmas if you celebrate. If not, just enjoy your day in general. And yeah, man, have a blessed day. Have a blessed day.
Come on, man. LB, big up, man. What you got plans, man, today? What's on the menu tonight for the Christmas dinner? What are you saying?
Yo, all the food, man. All the food, man. But yeah, I got a big video coming up on the channel in a bit, so make sure you check that out. Itself,
Okay.
will be there. And then, yeah, obviously a big game, City versus Everton, man. That's going to be a tough one. Serious, tough game, that. So, yeah. Well, big up the panel, man. Big up everyone in the chat. Hopefully you have a great day. Enjoy it. And, yeah, big up Saeed, man, for the show. Good show, man.
Come on, man. Big up, man, people. Like I said, I'll be back later on as well, man. Straight Jacket podcast with Nuruddin. We've got a lot to discuss in there. So, yeah, man. I'll see you at 6 p.m., people. Take care, man.